What's going on, world? Now, one of the main things that I want to talk about straight off the bat, Charlemagne the God that used to work with Wendy Williams then went working with 105. Power 105, as they call it, with him, Angela Lee, and DJ Envy. I'm just saying these names so you can know who I'm talking about. Now, I don't care what people think about Charlemagne. I don't care how people feel about him. But as I always said, salute, man. Proud mix. Salute. I'm very tired of all Caucasian men in America and this world thinking that it's okay to say that melanated men have low IQ. And like for some people, they'll just brush it off, you know? But to me, I can't brush things off like that where we have somebody like Donald Trump. You know, and as I say, I don't like talking about these people because I feel like I'm wasting energy and I'm wasting time and I'm wasting a lot of my own sense of talking about somebody like Donald Trump because you're really beneath me to talk about. I don't even like talking about you. I don't give you or none of your stupid friends no attention. Because you said Charlemagne got low IQ. Well, you know what? Let me big my brother up. Let me big my black brother up. When in this world has Donald Trump ever been smart? When? And this is the trash that I don't like with this world where I don't care whether you want to call it nice or or however you want to call it. I'm sick of Caucasian people thinking that they could talk to other people and say what they want and think it's okay. When in the truth, Donald Trump said that Charlemagne is a low IQ person. And I'm there saying, okay. I'm like, how smart is you? You know, like, cause calling you a dummy, calling you a fool, that don't even give me no exercise for anything. Cause I feel sad of calling you a fool when you are a fool. I feel ashamed of myself calling you a fool when you're worse than that. See, I get to the point where we living in a life and I'm gonna say it. So YouTube, you may have to strike me again. And I wouldn't care. But I'm getting sick of white people in this world with their racist and their nasty hate. And they think that they could say anything to people. They think they could do anything to other people. And I'm not from the world where they could say anything and we don't say anything back or we don't stand up. Like, I'm not from that world. I don't know what that is, you know. And the sad thing is, you know, like it's like the reason why I will say it hurt for me, because all I could remember, right, growing up off of Black Power, right, and me saying this right now, right, you know, it'll be a whole bunch of black people that attack me before any other person, you know. And this is why I say I don't sugarcoat what I say about black people, and nobody could tell me how to talk about black people. Nobody at all. I just don't get it where they think that it's okay for them to say things about people and people can't say the truth about you. You know, like, low IQ, like, last time I checked, you know, and I'm trying to really see, like, Let's be politically and let's really be correct. When has any of the people in America, you know, that call themselves what, Caucasian, white, whatever you want to call it, European blood, what smartness do y'all show? What IQ do y'all show? And this is why I get mad at my black people, my melanated people, my brown skinned people when we argue and fight. And it's a bigger fight out there. Whether you like it or not, certain Caucasian people will keep on attacking dark skinned people in this world. Whether you like it or not. Okay? Certain Caucasian people in this world would keep on attacking melanated people. And this is why I don't like that stuff of people talking about peace. I'm not with peace when you have people beating on people and nobody is saying nothing or doing nothing. I'm not from that world. I'm not from that world, and I do not accept that at all. I don't accept things like that. I'm not returning the other cheek. Knocking one intelligence because of their ethnicity is mad crazy, and another insult is telling one for checking another ignorance, and they're out of line. Fundamental are super screwed. No, it to me, like, it been like, brother, it been like, I've been attacked in my life, yo, for stuff like this, for defending people, for defending anybody, even more than black people. I've been attacked for defending people, for standing up. Okay? Many different people attack me in this world for standing up for people. But in this situation here, I done seen it too much times where Charlemagne ain't no street person. He ain't no, I'm not saying he's the best person in the world, but when do we have a president in the United States that's supposed to be the president of the United States? You call yourself the greatest country in the world. So why would you say one of your citizens got low IQ? And this is why I'm still searching, because we all in America and around the world, we need to really find out what's going on with this Epstein files. Okay, because I'm going to keep digging until I find out what I got to find out with these Epstein files. And I'm not going to let it go. Because whether Trump, to me, I don't care whether Trump's name is on it or not. He done did enough stuff in this world where he belonged in jail and other things. So, but we live in a sick world where a man could do whatever he want, or many other people could do. Because I'm not going to say like this on Trump only, but many of them, they could do whatever they want. And these are the same people that could go to be presidents. These are the same people that will run your schools. These are the same people that will run your countries. Evil, sadistic people. Okay? That people put in power. And people still believe that these people are powerful or intelligent or any kind of intelligence. Like, no, like, I never looked at any of these world leaders as intelligent. And I know it's political parties, and some people like to keep their political party views separate, but I don't care whether it's in America or Canada or Jamaica. I don't care where it's at. All these political parties around the world are here to fool the people. None of them are good. None of them are good. You know, because the people are so sick, right? And I'm talking about humans now. I'm not talking about these aliens and these creatures, these politicians. Some humans are so sick that you could tell them, like, yo, I'm going to use Trump for an example. Trump is starving America, right? And he could be starving America. But you know what? It'll be people that's Republicans that say, no, he's helping America. And people can see the country starving. But people that will be Democrats will say, he's starving the country. Republicans will be like, no, he's not. He's helping. You just got to wait. And don't matter what part of the world you at, they always put two parties to fight each other. And they have the people fighting back and forth, back and forth. When the people are being effed over by both of the parties. In America, I don't care how you want to twist and turn it. The Democrats and the Republicans been screwing the American public and the American people. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, the Democrats do good, the Republicans do bad. Oh, the Republicans do good, the Democrats do bad. Just let it take time. No. 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 Yeah, you see, thank you, brother. Thank you, and I'm very glad you said that. Pockets win, people lose. And for some people, they may look at stuff like that as simple, but stuff like that hurt my soul every day. Because it ain't only going on in America. It's going on in places like Canada, in London. It's going on all around the place where they have people. You stay on this side, you fight for this party, you stay on that side. And the thing that trips me out is the people fall for it year after year after year. Your own family members, your own people will fight you for these parties. That's why I know with me talking about any political person in this world, you have so-called friends and family members that are fighting me for these people that will never do anything for your life. And this is why I say, feel me here. These people that put these people in pain, they put you in struggle, they put you with a whole bunch of stuff. And you would rather fight your family and the people you grew up around before you ever talk against these people that's really making you and your family struggle. That's making you and your friends struggle. That's making your community struggle. And it's going to go on for a long time because it's something that's very sick in human life. It's one of the sickest things. You know, it's one of the sickest things that they use against the humans and make us fight each other. They make us fight each other. And the sad thing is, I'm going to keep the humans fall for it. The humans fall for it. I keep on telling people, I don't care where it's at. You pick a place on this earth. You pick a place in America where there's a democratical state or Republican state, and you tell me, what change have you seen in that state? You tell me, what have you seen these people get? Nothing. Nothing. Because it don't matter all that talking that any one of these politicians do. They're not in these states. Okay? They're not in these states. They're not dealing with the nonsense that these people have to deal with. They don't see what people have to deal with. You know, and it's very sick. Okay? It's sick what they're doing, but the sad thing is, sometimes I don't blame them too much. I blame the people that defend them. Because it's like, yo, are we really living in the times where you are draining people for their blood, you're draining people for their energy, and when you look to talk about it, these are the people that you want to fight. These are the people that you want to hurt. These are the people, like, sometimes people get tired. You know, people get tired, and I don't know if people get tired sometimes of what's going on with these situations of these people. You know, people that's sick of it, they're going to always fight back. But people that love these situations and love what they're doing, people won't fight back, you know. And to me, it's sick because people, why you think we have to give people motivation in this world? Why you think you have to tell people to stay positive in this world? Why do you think people fight so much in this world to make this world a better place when some people made this world a bad place? You know, like, and I don't like the false, you know, things of where people act like it's things not going on in this world where people are not okay. No, it's a lot of things going on in this world where people are not okay. And people made it not okay. Bless up, Angie, baby. Bless up. People made it not okay for people to be living on this world. In this world, excuse me. Okay? People work their butts off. People work their butts off to make people live in struggle. People work their butts off to make people live in nastiness, to make people live crazy, to make people live all piled up. You know, and you will want to blame the people. Yeah, you could blame the people because they're fighting each other of what they're living in, but you have to really look and blame the people that made this system where the people are living in. Excuse me there, I had to drink some water. Oh, excuse me, Angie, baby. That's a machine that broke at my job, and I guess it'll be fixed tomorrow or whenever the electricians that come is supposed to fix it. You know, but they've been beeping since 8 o'clock this morning. And as I said, if the owner ain't gonna fix it, the supervisor ain't gonna fix it, only thing I'll do is look to break it. You know, I'll leave it there. You know, I'll leave it just like it is, because it's been like that since this morning, you know, as the supervisor told me. But I said, I don't care. It ain't bothering me. You know, like I said, that's your job to fix it. And one thing I don't do at jobs, if people at jobs don't care about certain situations that they are supposed to take care of, I am not going to kill myself to take care of a situation that you are supposed to take care of. Okay. Now, as I was saying, you know, you have a lot of people are doing things in this world and getting away with nonsense, you know, and it's not good, you know, because you have a world of people, some people are struggling every day. Some people are struggling and they don't want to struggle. Some people make it hard for people, and one thing that I'm going to always fight for is making this world easy for people, because some people don't think that it's hard for some people. Nah, it's hard for some people, where some people don't want to see people. Some people don't want to face people in this world, and I've seen many of those people in my life. And one thing, and many of things that I like to do, if you're scared to face the world, it's okay. I'll face the world with you. You know, because like a lot of people like to tell people they got their back. I don't like to look at somebody and say you got their back and you don't ride with them. When you tell somebody you got their back, you're supposed to mean that. Okay, you're supposed to mean that. You're supposed to mean everything you said. You know, and I see that a lot of people in this world nowadays, they like to do a lot of talking, but it's nothing really behind their speech. You know, it's nothing behind their speech. You know, I was raised up on, if you're going to say something, you do it. You know, don't say something if you're not going to do it. you know, and I see that a lot of people nowadays, they're comfortable with saying things and never completing nothing. Please stop doing that, people. Please. Okay, you say something, you're supposed to live upon what you say, because you may think that you could say things and there's no consequences to what you say, of you saying you're going to do something and you never do it. No, 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 no. Because that's one thing that humans better stop it. Stop thinking that you may say things in this world and you may not. Like, you may not catch up on yourself, okay? Because I'm going to say this. What you say out of your mouth and you don't complete in certain situations, yes, you may have obstacles in your way, but don't tell somebody you're going to help them with something and you know in your heart and soul that you're not helping them and you was just saying it to say it. Don't do that. Okay, because they have people in this world that really need people help and really rely on people help, but they don't get no help. And some people in the world that don't get no help like that, they build up strength and they build up a lot of hate in people. Okay, where they grow up and they say, you know what, I don't need nobody to help me. You know what, I don't care if nobody don't help me, I'm gonna do it all on my own. And sometimes we have to stop bringing that type of energy into the world and into people, okay? Because it's not bad to help people, but it's bad to help the wrong type of people that don't appreciate good help. Excuse me, let me read your comments. Catchy slogans, shallow actions, very shallow actions, you know, and like even at my job, I have a lot of my coworkers where they say things and I always tell them, I say, you just saying that for the fun of it, you know. And in my life, I ain't gonna say I got in trouble for it, but as I said, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. And many of times in my life, I got in certain situations with people because I said what I said and I did what I said I was gonna do. It's not about being bad, or it's not about thinking you're better than somebody. You, like, what you say out of your mouth, gotta understand, that's coming from your body, that's coming from your mind and your soul, you know. So when you can't really live upon what comes from your mind and your soul, what do you think you're doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You know, like, what are you doing to yourself? You know, because you're not, like, you got to understand, when people in this world lie to people, you ain't lying to nobody but yourself at first. And if you believe in a superior being, or you believe in something in this universe, you have to know, I'm going to use God. If you believe in God, God heard you before you said that lie. So, like, I always really want people to know, you know, like, people always think that the spiritual world be sleep. Nah. What you always think that people don't see, it's nothing in this world is hidden. Okay? I'm going to just put it like that. Nothing in this world is hidden. Okay? What you think humans don't see, the spirits is seeing every day and always. What you think, the spiritual world don't see something? No, they see everything that the human physical eye can't see. Okay? Yes, we may feel certain things. We may feel. Okay? We may feel stuff in the spiritual world, but we can't see it as yet. And you may never be able to see anything in the spiritual world if you ain't got that connection. If you ain't got that connection, you ain't just got that connection, okay? And that's why certain people in this world, they may feel certain things from the spiritual world, but they cannot see it. Don't worry, one day you'll get there. You'll get there. And they have certain people, they could feel and they could see certain things in the spiritual world. To be honest with you, I can only feel certain things. I can't see nothing as yet. But with me feeling certain things, I could see what certain people are going to do around me before they do it. Because it's like you follow from patterns, and it's just that energy don't lie. You know how that person is going to do something. You know what that person is going to do, and boom, bam, it happens. Or they say something that you done predicted in your head that they was going to say. It happens. And some people don't like when you do that, but you got to take it for what it is, because some people think that it's okay to lie in this world, and they think that you could be in the physical world and lie in the physical world, and the spiritual world don't see you. As I said, certain people that's in touch with the spiritual world, they know you lying. They know you're a liar. They know you're a bad spirit. They know you're a bad person. They know the negative energy you carry. They know you already. This is why when certain people don't want certain people around them, because they know the negative energy that they carry. You don't have to say nothing. They know what you are. They know who you are. And that's why I tell a lot of people, you ain't got to talk to me. I know what you're about already. Okay? I'm not going to waste my breath and talk to you when I know all the type of energies that's going to come out of you. I know how you're going to act. I know how you're going to be. I know how you're going to bounce. Because you can't change what you are. And a lot of people, they think that they can fool people of lying in the physical world. But as I say, and as other people know, you can lie in the physical world all you want to, but you cannot lie in the spiritual world, okay? You can't do that. You can't do that, okay? Because the spiritual world would always overtake this physical world nonsense. And a lot of humans would always like to think that, oh, yeah, I can get away with it. Nobody's not going to know, or it is nothing. No, people see what you're doing, and people know what you're doing. Certain people. Okay, so you only fooling yourself. You have to understand, the people that love to lie in this world, excuse me, excuse me, had to deal with a customer. You know. No, I wish that people would learn how to treat each other better, because the lying and the mistreating each other, we ain't getting nowhere as humans. And one day, people would finally see that the lying ain't gonna get them nowhere. Because keep on lying, and one day your lie will catch up to you, It'll be And it'll be the saddest thing for you, when your own lies catch up to you. Okay? Because when you have to taste your own medicine, that's when it's worse. And for some people, tasting their own medicine, they need it. They need it. It's just like in living in life, like you have to live your life, but within living your life, you're going to get bumps and bruises. And whether them bumps and bruises came from you got to deal with it. You can't cry when you give your own self bumps and bruises. You have to understand that that's you. So deal with it. You know? Deal with it. If it comes from other people, yeah, you got to deal with it too, but don't cry. Don't. You have to deal with the situation and make it better. Keep your head up in this world. Some people want you to walk with your head down. Keep your head up. Don't be sad. Some people feel sad every day. And I don't really like that for some people. I would want people to feel happy, because life is a journey and you gotta see the good side of life. Everybody try to throw this on people, throw that on people. A lot of people have their own different ideas of what they think life is or what they think life should be, and many times when humans do that, I don't have those type of conversations, because if you pick 100 million people in the world, you have 100 million different ideas of how the world should run, and some humans just love arguments. Some humans just love situations, and some people don't like to see solutions. Like, I like solutions. I like if people could get to a solution and stop the arguing, because a lot of people, they live on arguments. They live on foolishness, and they don't know how to, look for peace. Some of them don't even know what peace is, It's just like on this internet, It's very simple. But it ain't for people to be coming on here and having beef with each other, having drama with each other, being negative towards each other from the internet. It don't make no sense. To me, it never make no sense. I see people come up here talking tough to each other. As I said, and I'm going to always keep saying it. If you have drama with somebody on the internet, stop being clowns in front of people on the internet, and you and that person find each other's phone number and y'all handle it that way. Other than that, stop looking like clowns in the world. Okay? Because that's the only thing you're doing, is looking like clowns. Whether it's 2 males or whether it's 2 females or whatever. The only thing you're doing is entertaining people. And for what? I be looking at people that like a lot of beef in this world and a lot of drama, and you could tell real life that they never seen nothing at all. They never seen nothing. Never seen nobody die, but they love to talk about death. Never saved nobody, but they like to talk about death. Like to do a lot of jibber jabber, but probably never in their life had a fight. I don't see the reason for people to come on this internet and be super tough guys and super tough girls. This is the internet. For example, you had I don't know how this came to be where Johnny Manziel said he will slap the crap out of Gilly the Kid. Now, I always keep saying, y'all let these people get out of hand, okay? Like, cause I'm not saying cause Gilly from Philadelphia and wherever Johnny Manziel is from is where Johnny Manziel is from. But the last time I checked, right? And this is why I say I'm God's advocate, you feel me? I'm Josh's advocate. I'm Josh Soldier. We don't play that devil's advocate crap. We don't do that. I'm Josh Soldier. Now let me play God's advocate. Ain't Gilly the Kid supposed to be a Philadelphia person from Philly? Ain't he supposed to be from the streets of Philly? And Johnny Manziel supposed to be I had a good college career. My mother and father was rich. And I was a college superstar that won the Heisman, and I went to the NFL and I was somewhat of an NFL bust. You got that Johnny talking about Gilly that he's gonna slap him. And this is why I'm saying the world is getting out of control, where you have, because Gilly was defending Jalen Hurts of Cam Newton, saying that Jalen Hurts is not a number one quarterback. So, you know, Gilly gonna always defend the Eagles and Jalen Hurts. But my main point is, with all of this, at the end of the day, and I know they don't see this, but it always draws down to the point of the black man looking like the fool. Because at the end of the day, Cam Newton talking about Jalen Hurts not being the number one quarterback, yeah. Let me be honest with you. Cam Newton, you was a very good quarterback. You was one of my favorite quarterbacks in the NFL because you're a mobile quarterback. And I actually like mobile quarterbacks, you know. Shout out to Steve Young, you know. Shout out to Vince Young. Shout out to, you know, Randall Cunningham, you know. All the mobile quarterbacks that I like. Yes, Cam Newton ain't win a Super Bowl. Cam Newton ain't get the Super Bowl ring. But we cannot say Cam Newton was a whack quarterback in the NFL or he had a bad career in the NFL, because everybody gonna remember him not jumping on the ball, him not winning the Super Bowl. But the thing is, are we going to really start judging a lot of these players, no matter what sport it is, of if you don't win a championship on a team because of you the star player, your career meant nothing? No. Stop doing that. Stop that, because when it comes to the NBA, I will have to say, no matter what they say about Charles Barkley, he's still one of the greatest basketball players that stepped into the NBA. And no, he don't got a ring with the Sixers, with the Rockets. He don't got a ring. But you know what? Charles Barkley stepped on that court. Charles Barkley came to play. Okay? Charles Barkley came to play, and he was a very good player. So with Cam Newton not winning the big game, it don't make him not a good quarterback or a good NFL player. You know, because to be honest with you, Jalen Hurts got the right team around him, got the right coaches, and they won. You know, I'm not going to disrespect their game. They won. They got that trophy. You know, sometimes in sports it takes a team effort, and then it takes things to just be in the right spots for a team to win a championship. You know, because you could have the number one players, you could have the number one coach, and you get to the dance and y'all don't make it, and y'all lose. You know, because it happened to a lot of people in sports. You know, they made it to the dance, and as soon as they got on the floor, they wasn't able to dance. Bless up, brother Oz. Bless up, man. Bless up. You know, as soon as they got on the floor, they wasn't able to dance. They heard the music, but they couldn't move their feet. You know, so I will say, in my opinion, in my feelings, just because somebody didn't win a championship, you cannot keep on bashing people, you know? You cannot keep on bashing people. You know, and I want to say this about this internet thing because I keep seeing this, you know, and one thing I know for sure is that the internet is weaponizing people to go after each other. Okay? I don't care what nobody say. I'm watching it with so-called celebrities and I'm watching it with so-called people. Oh nah, Barkley was good, man, for real. Barkley, shoot, he ain't never sucking down of, you know, what I'm seeing him when I was a little kid playing, you know, and watching basketball. He always was a good player, you know. But what I'm seeing is the internet, and a lot of people are weaponizing each other and themselves to argue with people, and I'm gonna keep on saying it. And I'm going to say this plain and simple. If you have drama with me on this internet or this YouTube thing, you're very foolish. Okay? Because I have no drama with nobody on this YouTube thing. And wouldn't even waste my energy to have any static or anything with anybody on this YouTube thing. And this is why I said if people have drama with each other, I'm from the old school, man. It's either we talk to each other, and if we can't have an understanding with us talking to each other, well, there's no need for us to talk no more. Okay? There's no need for us to talk no more. And you already know what that means. You know, if you have to fight like a man and fight like a woman, go ahead. You know, but all of these people getting on the internet every day, talking about this person, talking about that person. I don't understand. And the sad thing is, people calling this entertainment. It's entertaining for you to watch adults get on the internet and act like little children every day. That's entertaining. Because I'm going to tell you like this. The people that's watching that, right? What do you have to say for yourself? That's what the Matrix does. It causes conflict between humans. And I'm not with that, open-minded. I'm not with that, man. I'm not with that, Brother Oz, for real. Because I see things different of how people try to maneuver stuff. Because I seen, like, when I first came on the internet of going on certain people pages, I seen certain people try to act a certain way with me on their page, and like I said, wow, you won't never act like that in real life if I seen you or if you so-called know me. Hold on 1 minute, please. Yeah, some people won't act like that, you know. People will change, you know, and the internet made people way more heartful to disrespect each other and to say a whole bunch of things to each other. But I'm going to say this, because I don't like nonsense and I don't like foolishness and I don't like people to be unwise with certain things that they see. I don't like when people see things and still be delusional. So when people may think that this is a joke, a lot more people are going to get hurt off of this internet thing of people playing games. Because that energy is being created every day. And you have to understand that it's going to explode. It's going to explode to the point where people are not going to take it. And this is why I come on YouTube and I try to give people a different outlook on things, you know, because I don't want to give the same outlook that everybody giving. I don't really want to give the same speech or the same talk that everybody giving, you know. Like, yeah, it may be the same topic, but I'm not going to talk it the same, you know, because it's just like everybody else. You going to spit it how you spit it. I'm going to spit it how I'm spitting it. You know, but I see things, and trust me, how a lot of people are moving with certain things is not going good. It's not going good, because this year only, done 4 people done die off of this internet beef. Okay? 4 people done die off this internet beef. Okay? 2 people in America and 2 people in Jamaica. Okay? Gunshot. They ain't died from old age. They died because they have beef with somebody, okay, on the internet. And they have beef with somebody else on the internet. And they keep on getting on the internet with each other, going back and forth like people are doing. This is why I say a lot of people, is either you unintelligent, or you never seen drama, or you never seen bloodshed, or you never seen nothing in your life. Okay? Because I'm telling you, and I'm going to keep on saying it. A lot of people on this YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and all of these social media sites, a lot of more bloodshed is going to happen. Because you have foolish adults are not controlling themselves. And this is why there's a lot of people in this world, they don't need guns. Okay? A lot of people don't need guns because there's a lot of punks in this world. Because a person think that just because they have a gun, they going to go shoot this person because they mad at this person or they have a disagreement with this person. Okay? And people don't like to tell the truth no more of real stuff. But there's a lot of men in this world that have mind states like little girls. Okay, I'm going to say it again. There's a lot of grown men in this world that have mind states like little girls. Okay? They may act like they're men, but they're girls. They're little girls. Okay? You have to put pampers on them. Okay? Like there's a lot of unnecessary killing in this world. Hold on. They passed away because of an app. Just sad. And that's real. Yo. Yo. You know how much time. And this is why I say. And I'm going to keep saying it. If you got problems with somebody on this internet or this app, and you really got a problem with somebody, you call them. Or you speak to them and y'all fight one-on-one. Other than that, who cares? Okay, who cares? Because that's the old school where I'm from. You and a person got a problem, y'all duke it out. Okay? Ain't gonna go no further than that. You won the fight. I lost the fight. It's all good. We got that off of our chest. But what else do you want? Because that's why I say a lot of these people that get on this internet, it gets deeper. You must don't believe in God. Okay? Because you must wake up every day and work for the devil or work for some demon. You're working for something else. Okay? Because you can't want to get up and then you calling yourself bad. How bad are you? What are you doing in life? What are you? But you get up every day to want to talk about another man. Don't you think that's a problem? Don't you think it's something wrong with that? Of you getting up every day, want to talk about another man? You want to get up every day, you and another man have a problem, but y'all never seen each other, or y'all never even have a fist fight? It's something wrong with that. That don't look right. Okay? And it's the same thing with the females too. I don't care. Correction is correction. Okay? Man, thank you. Thank you very much, brother, man. For real, man. Thank you. You know, correction is correction, from the old to the young, from the males to the females. Okay? Correcting is correcting, and that's why I said yesterday on my live last night, a soul don't see nothing, okay? It don't see right or wrong. It just see the option and the mission. A soul ain't gonna be, oh no, I don't got this today, or no, or this. No. It ain't with those emotional things that people want to think. Excuse me, let me take a sip of water. And this is why I always say we have a lot of unnecessary deaths in the world. Look at where you live. And I'm talking to everybody that's listening to my voice right now. Look at where you live. And when you watch the news, whether it's the 10 o'clock news or the 6 o'clock news or the news that come on 6:30, when you see somebody died, or when you see a bunch of people died, when you check out the situation, you see many a times that the situation was what we call senseless, could have been avoided. I'm gonna say it again, senseless and could have been avoided. You know? And that's why I had to learn in life, where a lot of dudes, they just talk that tough shit. Okay? They just talk that tough shit. And some of them, the sad thing is, they'll want you to get into a negative trait with them, a negative back and forth with them. Some people so sick in this world, they'll want you to hurt them. I learned those type of people, man, you walk away from. And that don't make you soft as a man. That make you more as a man when you walk away for a man that think he is a man and he know he's not a man. Okay, I'm going to say it again. That makes you more of a man when you walk away from a man that think he's a man that know he's not a man. Okay? Don't ever think walking away from something that makes you being that person that you are. Don't ever think walking away, it don't make you a man. And that's the same thing for the females out there. Don't ever think that because you walk away from a lady or you walk away from some girl that's talking nonsense to you. Don't think that you ain't don't think that you ain't still a queen. Don't think that you ain't still a bad lady, a bad in a good way, okay? Put your mind, stay good. Don't think that you ain't still that one. You just have to know. It ain't about shaking your crown, but sometimes you just gotta know, man. Don't even move your crown an inch for nobody. Okay? Don't let nobody move or shake your crown off your head. Okay? And that's why I said it don't make you less than a man or a woman. But don't let nobody rock your crown. Okay? You just keep it on and you walk. Cause what somebody say about you, that don't make your whole life. Okay? Cause before you was in front of their presence, you was living and you was you. But for you to stop and listen to what they say and intake of what they say and make of what they say hurt you, that's your fault and that's your doing. That's your fault and your doing. And that's why I said you keep your crown on and you keep walking. Because you could call me a bum, but I know I'm a king. Or you could, let's switch it around. You could call me a king, and if I know I'm a bum, I'm going to remain that bum. I don't want to be no king. I want to be who I am. Okay? Remain who you are. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. Okay? Don't try to be something that you're not. Be who you are. And let me say it again. You leave that crown on your head. You don't let that crown tilt left. You don't let that crown tilt right. You don't let it go forward or you don't let it go back. You keep that crown up straight. For real. Because if you really overstand it, that person that's talking to you, who you think you just walked away from? Your lower self. Okay? Your lower self. That's who you walked away from. You ain't walk away from another human. You walked away from your lower self. Okay? Gotta fix the crown. You gotta always fix the crown, because even in us living, our crown, yeah, it may shake sometimes, but you know what? You gotta always make sure you tilt that crown a little to the left or a little to the right, and you got to make sure you keep on going. Okay? Because there will be some people that'll try to touch your crown. They'll try to hit it off your head, but you got to make sure you keep those people out of your aura. You keep those people out of your energy sight. Because they have a lot of people, man, their energy dirt. It's dirty, and they would want to take your energy. But no. Do not. Like I said yesterday in my live, some people are in their own darkness and they see your light. Do not let them take your light bulb and darken your light bulb so they could have your light. Because they may not use your light correctly, and everybody in this world has an individual light. So never think that your light and somebody else's light would work. It doesn't work like that. Okay? Everybody have their own individual light. You have your own individual spark. Okay? My light ain't gonna spark your joint. Your joint ain't gonna spark my joint. Okay? No. And some people, they would want to take your light because, shoot, they don't know they self at all. And they don't have not even a spark of light they have. And they'll want to take yours, but don't. Don't let nobody take your light. Don't let nobody take anything that's from you anyway. Don't do that. And to be honest and to be real, don't you go out there taking anything from anybody either. Leave people with what they got and leave people with what's theirs. There's many people on this earth and there's many individuals on this earth, but you leave people with what they got. You want something out there in this world, you go out there and get it yourself. You feel that you deserve something, go out there and get it yourself, I don't believe in people begging people for stuff. I don't believe in that. I actually don't like people begging for stuff. I don't like that behavior at all with people. It's a very nasty behavior, and it's very sick. And I don't like to see people beg either. You have some people in this world, they're begging, and they really need help. And then you got some people in this world, they begging, and they don't need no help at all. They don't need no help. They just want to use people. And with a lot of people in this world that's just begging to use people, I can't get along with that at all. Because you have people in this world that's really hurt. Hold on. Yes, so true. Light stealers always try to use your light to get them out of the darkness, and you may not let them steal your light. How are you? How are your friends on the farm, PMC? I stopped using the term animal after I found out how important they are. No, and that's the truth, because to be honest with you, Brother Oz, I'm glad you said that. I call us animals more than I call them animals. Okay? Because at the job, I feed the birds every day. And like feeding the birds in the morning here at the job, I get a different feeling from the birds that you could tell the love that they're showing, You could tell, like, some of them even wait. They wait right there. They wait for me to give them their water. They wait for me to chip up the bread. And I'll be real honest with you. The only people that be the only ones that be super duper on they like hurry up Delvin is the crows. Other than that, the little birds and the pigeons, they wait right there nice and silently. Some of them be fighting until I spread all the bread out, but other than that, the majority of them, they wait right there until I chip up all of the bread, or whether it's crackers or whatever I'm giving them, and they wait till I walk away, and they eat together, all of them. The squirrels, they come along too, and they eat with them, like, so. And this, one thing I learned with, like, and I mostly call them family members and friends, because it got like 2 squirrels that's around here at the job in the parking lot, and the squirrel will run away from the crows, but it will play with the little birds, and it will play with the pigeons. And this is a squirrel. But when you watch, I would have to use the animals here for people to understand what I'm saying. But when you watch different animals play with each other, it's one of the greatest things you could see within these animals, okay? Because some people won't think a squirrel and a bird will play with each other. You'll say, how? You'll say, why? What? But they amaze me every day that they do certain things like that. When they play with each other, they drink out the same water. Like, hold on, let me read y'all comments. My light has always been used so much, I don't think I have any light left. Well, I'm just a little bit. Brother Oz, you always got life left, man. You always got light. Okay, you got an eternal light that negative energy people can never out, okay? Like we say in Rasta, no water can out that fire, okay? No water. You can't out that fire. It could never be out, okay? It may it might get dim, it might flicker, it might flicker, but this is eternal fire that could never out. This light never outs. At Legend, they are doing great, bro. Life is thriving on the land. Thanks for asking. That's great, PMC. Much love, man. And that's what's up, Nah, man, you're like once you... I told somebody this the other day, a customer. I said, once you still breathing, you still young. I'm gonna say it again. So I said, once you still breathing, you still young. And a lot of people in this world, they would try to take your light, but you can't. You can't give them something that they can't even control. As I said, they can't control that. They wouldn't know how to control that. Cause that's like you saying you giving your mind to somebody. You think somebody could process in your mind? No, they may not. No, they cannot. And it's just like with your energy. It's just like in your life. Don't gain the world and lose your soul. Wisdom is better than silver and gold, my fellow Rastas. Big up to my fellow Rastas. And that right there, I'm going to read it again. Because that always been, some people call it a saying, but I call it real life, okay? Don't gain the world and lose your soul. Now, when we say this world, right? When we talking about the world, you know what they mean. They're talking about the materialistic things in this world. Now, your soul. A lot of people, and I found this sad to see in this world that I live in, where a lot of people hate their souls and a lot of people don't even know what their soul is, and that's some of the saddest things that I seen within humans, because it's self-hate, but it's kind of bigger than that, where I remember growing up as a teenager, I used to ask people, you got a soul? Some people used to say, yeah. And I used to ask people, what do it do for you? Or what do you do for your soul? And a lot of people used to get mad after that. I used to say, what you do for your soul and what do your soul do for you? Some people ain't want to answer or even talk to me after that. And to a lot of people, that turned into arguments, And nowadays, I could fully understand why some people couldn't answer that question, because it's a good 65% of the world that don't know their soul. And to me, it's very sick, because this is where people get away with a lot of nonsense that they do in the world, and they don't think that they will have consequences to what they do. Like a lot of people are living in a world where humans think there's no consequences to many things that they do, and if many people knew their soul, many people won't do the things that they do in this world that's negative and bad energy towards others. Okay, let me read the comment again. Now, wisdom is better than silver and gold. Now, the wisdom and the experience you get from this world of living, and I'm talking about on a spiritual scale, not a physical scale, okay? Because that's the world that you would want to gain. And you will think that you got the world, right? And you will think that other people don't mean nothing because you got everything that you think that will make you okay. No. Because when you forget about your soul, that's when you forget about the realness of this life that we are all living in. You forget about humans, beings, because I always tell people, if you can't really, because you're going to be searching and searching and searching and searching and searching. And you ain't going to never find. You ain't going to never find. And that's where I said the other day in my live too. Many people has been living in this life and they ain't never find a soul. And it's one of the saddest things to live. Okay, for you to be living and you ain't never tap in. You ain't never go in the office yet. You ain't never step in your own office building yet. You've been outside of the building, looking on the top of the ceiling, and you ain't never touched that doorknob and go inside your own building. Nah, man, you the owner and you the architect, you the builder, man. Go inside that building and check yourself out. Okay, don't think that you could live in life and not know who you are. Because it's good to know who you are on a physical, but when you know who you are on a spiritual, it makes the physical much easier. Okay, and I had to learn that the hard way. Okay? Because I used to think that everything was physical, and I used to think that I could fight everything physical. And the spiritual world shut me up and slowed me down. You know, because as me moving around fast in life, the spiritual world slowed me down. You know, and I accepted, and it taught me more. You know, it taught me that, yeah, you maybe could be fast, but I'm going to slow you down. And I accepted it. And I learned to live with it, because sometimes we are scared to accept ourselves, you know? But you can't be scared to accept yourself, okay? Because it's you. It's all of you. And this is the part of us growing. This is the part of us being better, you know? Because some people don't believe in giving people second chances. Some people don't believe that people could get better, but I believe a lot of people could get better if people get help. And I'm not talking about going to 12-step programs. No, I'm talking about people evolving from their own drama, their own dirt, their own stuff. You know, because it ain't every time that somebody is in something that, oh, this government did it or they did it. No. Sometimes you put, let me put it in a better way. Sometimes we put ourselves in bad situations, and we look for other people to blame to get ourselves out of bad situations that we put ourselves in. But you are the key to open that door of that situation you put yourself in. It's only you can get you out of that. So, with that being said, when you look at many different problems that you enter in life, make sure that you know that you are the key to many of your problems in life. Okay? Yes, it may have, you know, some bumps and bruises where people make it difficult for certain people to live in this world. Yes. I would say we override that, though. You know, we override that. We ride over them stuff, you know, because remember, when people want you to fail, only time will tell if you will fall into their nonsense of wanting you to fail. But don't fall into their nonsense, you know? Pick yourself up. Because trust me, this is how deep it gets. You picking yourself up from them downing you, one day, that same person that downed you, you're going to need that same strength to pick them up. Okay? Life is deeper than people talking and people think it is, you know, like this thing that we call life, it gets very deep, you know, where I'm going to put it to you like this. Some people have a wide mouth of how they use their mouth, and they will call people their enemies, right? Okay. Well, one day you'll need your enemy to save you, and one day your enemy may save you. Okay? If I want to put it in words for you to understand and everybody to understand what I'm saying, one day somebody that you call your enemy will save you. Okay? Because, I remember when I used to think ignorant and stupid. I remember some people that I called my enemy. They were surely family more than they could have ever been my enemy. You know, and I remember thinking that whole day of, wow, I called these people my enemy for years being a fool. And to be honest with you, I don't think they probably considered me an enemy. But as I said, that's when I was thinking foolish. So with me thinking foolish, and any one of us thinking foolish, when you're thinking foolish, you're not really thinking how you're supposed to think, or you're not thinking how you would think with intelligence. Okay? And that's why I had to realize that they was more family than an enemy, and I was very wrong. Sometimes you could be wrong. You know? Sometimes you could be wrong thinking you're right. Okay? And many a times I had to turn around, make a U-turn, and say, Delvin, something ain't right. You know? Because me, I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know? Straight up and down. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not going like fight to be right and I'm wrong. Because that's where a lot of people are scared of themselves nowadays, to be wrong. It's not the end of the world if you're wrong. Tina Marie, you okay, man? It's okay. Gotta check in with self to check self. Yes. You're right, my brother. You're right. It's good to know yourself to correct yourself. And that's the thing. We cannot be scared to correct ourselves. And an adult, that's why I said an adult. An adult don't have a problem in correcting themselves. Now, an adult that act like a kid, they'll have problems all day, every day. Okay? And that's how we have to start doing in this world, and we start knowing. We have to start separating the adults from the adult kids. Okay? Because there's a lot of adult kids growing in this world today. You know, when I was a kid growing up, I used to think it was adults and kids stay in a kid's place and adults stay in adults' place. But nowadays, you got the whole thing, like it's like chocolate milk mixed with vanilla milk mixed with whipped cream mixed with sprinkles. It's like everything is all accountability is necessary. And you know what? I'm glad you said that. There's a lot of adults that don't want to be responsible in this world. And this is why sometimes and many times I say so-called adults, you know, or so-called men and so-called women, because certain names in this world people don't deserve. Like mother, father, you know. You don't deserve those names if you don't live those actions. You know, brother and sister, you don't deserve those names if you don't live those actions, you know. People think that it's okay. Oh, man. Lori, bless up, man. Bless up. Much love to you, man. Much love to Lori. You know, like, I always think if you don't live those actions, you shouldn't wish upon that name upon yourself, or you shouldn't want people to use that name with you. You know, like, it's just like you saying I'm a big brother. But you got your little brother out there looking in the streets for love. How could you be a big brother if your little brother is in the streets looking for love? Where's the love that you're supposed to give him? Okay? If you call yourself a big sister and your little sister is in a strip club, but she want to be looking for a big sister, where are you? Where are you? Tap the like button, say hello to each other, because that's another thing. I want to say this too to everybody that's in this YouTube live right now. I see a lot of people that come on lives, and yes, some people be in people chats. Some people may not know each other, but I'm going to say, when you come over here and when you come in the Lion Castle, I do not want nobody. I don't want nobody arguing or no negative comments. Nothing like that. Please. Everybody be respectful and everybody treat each other as you want yourself to be treated. Do not come over here in my chat or do not come over here in the Lion Kingdom and disrespect anybody. Because this is not what this page is about, and this is not what I'm about. Do not come over here and disrespect anybody or anything, or no talking bad about each other. Yes, you may be adults, but I don't want no disrespecting each other in this chat or over here. I don't play that. Salute to you, Bucks. For real. Because I treat everybody in this chat with respect, and I love everybody in this chat. No, I never met you personally, but I love you and I respect your life and I respect your soul. So I would think y'all respect each other as adults, because we're all adults here. It's no children here. And even if it was children here, I think children will have the same respect too. But we all are adults here. So I respect for us all to respect each other, please. Okay, I don't like when people disrespect each other. I just don't get along with that. Okay, and since we're all on the internet, as we all know, please, let's show each other a bit more respect. Yes, we know it's maybe some people that get on this YouTube joint and want to act a little bit superficial tough, but please, let's lead by example, okay? And let's show better. Okay. Man, Bucks, you keep winning over there too, man, for real. Because as I always tell people, this YouTube joint, this not about me. Okay? This is not about me. This is about all of us. I'm not doing this joint for no, monetization, come on, fans. Nah, man, everybody on here, I want you to win in life. I want you to win spiritually. I want you to win mentally. And I want you to win physically. As I say, I don't come on here to just waste my breath. I'm coming on here to try to really give people energy that's going to help them out every second, every minute, every 30 minutes, every hour, every day. I don't want to come on here and give people false hope. I don't want to come on here and give people dirty energy. I don't want to come on here and give people stupidity. I want to give you something that can make you laugh, something you could take. Okay, something that you could grab from this page, or something you could grab from my voice and my energy, and you can take it and it can help. Okay, because that's what I do if I go on any one of y'all pages. When I see y'all pages and I take what is good on y'all pages and I use it. Okay? For example, people, as I said the other day, there's a lot of people on this YouTube where they got very much great souls, and I'm going to give respect to 3 people right now. So other people, please don't get offended, but I'm just going to give respect to 3 people right now, and I see them doing the work, man. Even if I ain't on your page every day, I see you doing work. And I know you working and keep on working, and I want the people to back you up too. Okay? Bucks, you keep on doing your thing, King. Okay? Because I watch your page grow. And you are doing your thing. You keep on knocking it out how you knocking it out. Keep going. Okay? Keep going, King. Let's go. Marlene, you keep on talking to the people. They need that different energy. They need that energy. You keep going. Now, Lori, you keep on doing your thing too. You got a bright soul. You keep on going and you keep on being you. Okay? Lori, Marlene, and Bucks, keep going. Okay? Because I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I may not jump on y'all pages every day as I can, but I love those 3 pages. I love all y'all pages, but this is a page where I get certain things from. So all of y'all keep going. You know, like, everybody, man. Brother Oz, I should just name all of y'all then. You keep going, brother. Okay? You keep going. Because even though they want to play stupid games with your pages, what you saying and what you doing, people need your help, my brother. People need you. That's why I don't play with the stupidity of what people play with on here. Because it's real people that come on this YouTube and they doing real work. They really want to see people shine. They really want to see people do better. And as I say, I don't care about no monetization. I don't care about no likes or subscribers. I care about if my little words could give somebody a big spark in life. I care if I say something today, it can help you 10 years from now. That's what it's about. Excuse me. You know, because I watch people come on here talk about they supporting each other. Well, you know what? Keep on supporting if you support each other, okay? Because they got a lot of people on here that's giving their soul, giving their heart, giving their real love. They giving their time out of their day every day to help people. Some people, yeah, they want to get on here, do this and do that. It's okay, but you got to, I say in my life, I always respect the person that grind, okay? Because you can't deny that. You can't deny a person that grind, okay? And I ain't talking about no playing and all that. I'm talking about a person that really busts down, grind, wake up every day, do the same thing they've been doing. Just keep on going, tunnel vision. And they don't let nobody stop them, okay? And everybody that's in this chat, everybody that's on this live, I don't care who in your way or what's in your way. If you got a destination, you make it there. Don't make nobody stop you. Don't even make yourself stop you. You keep going. Because if you got it in your mind that you want to make it to that mark, you make it to that check mark. You don't stop. Okay? Because I don't believe in stopping. I believe on keep on going and make it to where I got to go. I have to make it to my destination. Okay, hold on. Keep winning and bless up, King. Bless up to you, Bucks, man. Salute to you in Asia over there, man. Keep on doing your thing, Bucks. Tina Marie blessing up Bucks, you know. Proud Mix is blessing up Bucks, you know. Proud Mix blessing up Lori. Lori blessing up everybody. Lion Kingdom, yeah, we in the Lion Kingdom, man. We took it out the building and we in the kingdom now. No more building, we in the kingdom. We in the castle. Bless up to Network Bucks, you know, from Brother Oz. Oh, thank you. I'm tagging the F right now. Nah, man, thank you, man. And just keep on going, man. Keep on going. Everybody keep going, because like some people that have their ups and downs on this YouTube, but you know what? I'm going to say like this, man. I see people that come with a lot of fake help, but a lot of people could make it in this YouTube if people really help each other, okay? It's very simple. It's very simple, okay? It's very simple for a lot of people to help each other, okay? Because it takes your real heart. Okay, if you want to see somebody really shine, and it's not that hard for you to help somebody and make somebody make it in this world. If you really want to help, it don't take a lot. Okay, because all it takes is you being you and putting in the work that you know you could put in. Okay, with everybody helping each other, that have a community of, you help this person with their page, you help that person. Because I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to tell you, one of the people that helped me a lot of saying certain things, and I'm going to call his name, is Chip Lowe. He helped me a lot with just saying certain things of when I come on his live. And he is another one. You check, are you locked in? You know, you check his page out, because he another good-hearted brother. Check him out, man. For real. As I say, there's a lot of people on this YouTube application that is working. Okay? Keep on working. For real. Keep on spreading the good love. Keep on with the good energy. You know, much love to you, Tina Marie. Much love to you, Proud Mix. Much love to you, Lori. Much love to you, Brother Oz. Thank you for everybody that's sharing. Yeah, you know, for real. Nah, Chip a good brother, man. Because when I'm on his live and stuff, he talk about everybody that he's trying to help. He talk about different situations. Up to the last live that I seen, I liked it at that barbecue where they all had the barbecue. You know, I ain't going front. I don't need chicken and all that. But, you know, like, I wish I was there. I have a little soda. I'll buy a little hat or whatever, you know, like. But that's love right there, you know, watching the people barbecue, watching a lot of the Ralph Lauren stuff, you know, the tags and all of that. I love stuff like that. People coming together and being good with each other. Okay? You ain't got to always spread negative energy and negative nonsense, man. You ain't got to do that in life. One love, man. So keep on doing you. Keep on being the best of you. And I ain't forget about Share Saturdays. Share Saturdays is still here. It's just that I've been a bit tied up, but trust me, I'm releasing a couple of knots, and we gonna get them out there. We're gonna get the people stuff out there. For real. I try every day to share different pages, but trust me, I'm gonna keep on going in the boatloads and sharing pages. Because as I said, it's not about me. I never wanted it to be about me. It's about all of us on this earth. Oh, Trisha. Brother Oz, I'll get back to that right now, you know, because I'm still, to be honest with you, let me just read y'all comments right now, but I'm going to get to that in a minute, man. Please like, shop, please like, share, and leave a comment. Sub if you haven't. Thank you very much, Brother Oz. I appreciate that. One love, bro. Big up. Man, for real, one love to you, man. Jah Rastafari to you right there, Proud Mix. For real, Jah Rastafari. The audacity of Trump. Well, you know what? You are bringing a tribe together. Much love. I always wanted people to come together, but I never wanted people to come together just to come together and break apart. Okay? Because I seen many, I'm going to be honest, I seen many people of different organizations in my 41 years. I seen many people band together. This is why I don't really talk too much about money on YouTube, because I see and I know that a lot of people, they have bad money management. And a lot of people, they will just talk about money with other people just to get their greed. One thing I don't like to do is waste my time. You know, I don't like to waste my time, or I don't like to waste other people's time, you know, because time is very valuable, and you ain't getting nothing back that you waste with time. You're not getting it back, with time. You know, so when I bring people together, I want people to come together on goodness. You know, I don't want no nonsense, no negativity, no none of that. That's why I don't want nobody in this chat arguing. I want everybody. I can't tell people in this chat to be perfect, but I I surely want everybody in this chat to love each other. I surely want everybody in this chat to learn things from each other. I surely want everybody in this chat to subscribe to each other, you know, to go check each other pages out. Because it's everybody in this chat right now got valuable things, not for YouTube, but for the world. Okay? Valuable things. Okay? Very. You know? Do not think that you are small-minded at all just because you're on YouTube. No, it's a lot of people that I see with important things. And you know what? I respect it a lot. I respect it. I wouldn't disrespect it, you know, because you have the same energy as anybody else out there that think that they are somebody big or think that they are somebody great. Okay? You have the same amount of energy or probably more. Now, okay, let me get to the Trump of talking about Charlemagne. Now, this is like probably the third time I heard him call somebody low IQ. And like, I'm not saying I'm the smartest person in the world, right? But like Donald J. Trump, you are calling somebody low IQ. You are calling, like, are we serious or are we joking in this world today where you have a human like Donald Trump could tell somebody they have low IQ? And this is the sickness that I tell you is going on in the world, where a person like him could say another person have like low IQ. But as I said earlier, I could bet my last dollar. I could bet my last dollar. If you get a math test or a science test or a social studies test from 10th grade or 12th grade and you make Charlemagne the God and Donald Trump take it, I bet you Donald Trump will get a lower grade than Charlemagne. So when we say things, you have to be serious. You know, you have to be serious. Because Donald Trump is always talking about somebody IQ. And like I'm not going to even like stoop low and talk about your family, because I'm not going to get like you. But the thing is, a person like you shouldn't never talk about IQ in public. Okay? Because many times when you spoke in public, you show that your IQ is very low. And many other people that know you and is related to you that have the same blood as you shouldn't speak in public as well. And that's all I'm going to say on that, because you're not worth my time. Okay. Ignorance is much more dangerous than arrogance. Trump is the adult kid you referenced early, and some kids don't even act like that. You're right. But you see the childlike mentality inside the mind of Trump. And that's, oh man, let me take a breather. Before this guy went to be the president of the United States, before he started this, I ain't never been one of them people that respected him anyway when it came to his apprenticeship or him being a billionaire. I don't respect people with money. I don't respect you because you got money, okay? I don't respect you because you have a higher bank account than certain people, and certain people look at you just because you have a... I don't respect those type of people, okay? Because it's a lot of billionaires and millionaires that, as we're using the word IQ, there's a lot of billionaires and millionaires and even trillionaires, or if we call wealthy people in this world, that have very much low IQ. You know, so I'm not gonna get into that because if when we come to 2028 in America, I really hope we really need to switch with these presidents of when we're talking about the people, because I'm sick of these so-called world leaders thinking that they could say what they want to people, and we people have nothing to say. I like, cause if I bring 7 people on this chat right now, I could bet my last dollars, and I will bet my soul that 7 people that's in this chat right now is smarter than Donald Trump's cabinet. I could bet my soul on that. Okay, cause what are you calling intelligence, and what are you calling wise, and what are you calling wisdom? What are you calling? Where do we scale the intelligence level at in this world? Cause I had to learn when I used to call people foolish. Growing up, I had to learn sometimes I couldn't call everybody foolish. Cause that was just the ignorant side in me of calling everybody foolish. Cause I'm going to use the word, and I'm going to use it very wise, and I want people to listen. I thought I was smarter than everybody, but I was wrong. And I was wrong for calling people foolish of just thinking that I was smarter than everybody, but I was the fool. Okay. No BS, Tina. I haven't looked at regular TV in over 10 years. Well, other than sports and CNN, I could really care less about the regular TV because it ain't nothing like you watch that news. It's the same old nonsense. Okay, Tina Marie. And this is why I don't turn my TV on too much negativity on that thing. Well, whether we in Connecticut, whether we in PA, whether we in Boston, whether we in California, whether we in New York, Delaware, I'm going to use America for example. You turn on the news, whether it's Monday or Tuesday, and just as Tina Marie said, you hear people talking about, oh, it's going to rain tomorrow. This kid got shot. They robbed this bank, and the news is supposed to be the news, right? Of broadcasting things that's happening in local areas and around certain places. When is the news going to really start broadcasting things to uplift people's souls? Don't you know in America, some people really do not like watching the news because it really lowers their energy? And this is in America, so just imagine outside of America how other people look at the news. It's the same propaganda. It's the same lies around the world too. Just use America as an example. And a lot of things that's going on in America with our news is going on with the news down there too. In certain places. Certain places do tell more of the truth, but certain places just tell a whole bunch of nonsense where certain people can't take it and they don't want to take it. Facts, PMC. Tina Marie, bless up. Legend, bless. Trump could call somebody low IQ, but if we respond the same way, we violating and his equal, which ain't even worth it. Climb high, don't stoop low. We better than that. You're right about that, my brother. Wow, legend. It's facts, though. And I protect my thoughts and subconscious mind when I can. I know that creates my world, and I will control that before I let someone else do it for me. And that's right. Please, people. You live in your world, please do not let people add nonsense into your mind, because our minds are very important in life. Do not let people put stuff in your mind and you actually outlive it. Okay, do not. Because there's many people will be like, they'll have somebody would say, you're weak. You ain't strong. Then they'll have somebody to say, you strong, you could do it. And the person will listen to the person that told them that they're weak, that they can't do it. Now, if we put it on the other hand and you listen to the person that told you you could do it and you're strong, always play a mind game with the world. And I say, if you could listen to the negative, you could listen to the positive. That's plain and simple. Okay? If you could pick up the bad broomstick, you could surely pick up the good broomstick. If you could hear the bad music, you could surely hear the good music. If you could follow the bad vibration, you could surely follow the good vibration. Okay? It's your choice. And when I say it's your choice, please don't let their negative energy within your mind. Do not let their negative energy soup its way into your mind. Don't let their negative energy go into your mind. Don't let their negative energy even penetrate your mind. Because trust me, they want you down. But it's for you not to down yourself. Okay? Because you got the power. They got the power to say the nonsense. But it's you. You're the engine. You're the car. You're the transmission. You're the Okay? This is your vehicle. This is your castle. You make sure you don't let no nonsense in there. Because trust me, if you let somebody drive around in your castle, all of that mud and stuff on the floor, just remember when they leave out of your castle, you got to clean it up. Okay? So when it comes to filtering things that come within your body, whether it's mentally in your mind, you make sure you filter the nonsense out. You make sure you don't intake that nonsense. As we use coffee filters, you make sure you use your ears as filters, and you make sure you do not make that negative energy enter into your air. Don't make it enter into your mind. You keep it right there. You put them blockers on and you stuff your ears up. Not physically. Okay? Don't stuff your ears up physically. Unless you're in a pool or something and you're going swimming. Or you're going swimming 50 feet. You know? But you don't listen to the nonsense that people try to put on you. Okay? Be great. Don't be late. God bless to everybody that joined my live. Tina Marie, thank you very much. Proud Mixed Child, you told me you was going to drop in, and I appreciate your energy in here, my brother. Ja Rastafari, lion love to you always, King. Rah. Brother Oz, thank you, man. You keep being who you are, my brother. And you keep being you, man, for real. Don't ever change who you are. For real, just keep being you. Proud Mix, shout out to you again, my brother, man. Marlene, thank you for being in the building. You know, I'm just going through all of y'all names. Lori, thank you very much, Lorianne, for being in the building. You keep being you. Much respect and love to you. Angie, baby, thank you very much for joining this live. Much respect to you. You keep on putting your positive energy out there. You keep on banging your positive stuff up every day, man. Love what you do. Bucks, you keep going, man. It's Bronx up, man. For real, you keep on going, man. Keep doing. You rep for the Bronx, and you know, like, it's BX always, man. That's how I'm going to just put that right there. It ain't nothing more, it ain't nothing less. It's BX. For real. That's home. Angie, baby, you keep on, man. For real, I think I got everybody. So far. Marlene, thank you. Angie Baby, Bucks, Brother Oz. Shout out to Open Minded, wherever you at, Elder. I know you there probably with the kids, but shout out to you and the whole family, man. Much love. Hold on, let me read y'all comments. No doubt, bro. God bless. God bless to you, man. Much love. That's right, Tina, because TV is always trying to spellbound program you and turn you into Manchurian candidate. And that's what they try to do to all of us on this TV. Like if we don't like certain things that they put on their programs, they calling us extremists or they're calling you different stuff. And I'm going to like talk about that more too, because I will just say that it's a lot of applications that's taking over TV. It's bigger than the news, because if you look at YouTube right now, YouTube can knock the news out. Okay? If you look at places like Twitter and what's that other joint called? TikTok. Certain people don't want to watch no local news no more. They'll watch TikTok or Twitter or YouTube. So like when you have, and this is why I like writing movies and short stories and stuff, because it helps my mind grow more. It helps me grow. Like when you look at a lot of TV shows and movies that you watch, it's putting people and it's putting things in different positions, So like, I always want people to grow. Okay? I always want people to grow, because it is room for you to grow. Don't ever think that there's room for you not to grow in this world, or don't ever think that you cannot grow. You do have space to grow. Because I always tell people this, and remember this. Some people used to always look at me crazy, but I remain with this, and I always have this. If you give me time and space, I could accomplish many things in this world. Okay? With time and space. I'm going to say it again. And that's within everybody. Okay? You have time and space, you could accomplish many things. And with peace, okay, you could accomplish many things. Peace and light, everyone. Peace to everybody out there. This was, I will say, this was probably one of my good lives that I really felt good, Like, thank you to everybody that joined this live. I will possibly be back on later on tonight after work, but for right now, I am still on the clock, even though that doesn't matter, but I will speak to everybody later. Much love to you, and thank you for everybody. And to be politically correct, I'm sorry for the beeping sound. Peace and love. God bless.